All right, we got another week and another question from Peter Marsh of the Marsh Pit. He wants to know, are there any characters that I've written that I really like that I try to incorporate into other books? You know, cameos and whatnot. Yeah. Great question, Peter. There are quite a few characters that have been in multiple books within different series, but all set in the same world. Probably goes back all the way to Dying Days 2, back in 2010, 2011 when I wrote that. I had a character, Tasha Shorb, based on an actual woman, and side character, in that series. And I liked the character so much, I gave her a Dying Days Origins book. And then I also used the character a couple of times in non-zombie short stories. I wrote a couple of short stories with her. So that was one. And then in all of my crime thriller stuff, there are certain things that go through them. The Family, which is my New Jersey mob, my Philly mob. Those characters have been in most books, back and forth. And FBI agent Scott Kornberg has been in most of those as well. Scott Kornberg is a real person. He is the play-by-play announcer for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp here in town. I got to know Scott when I was a season ticket holder for the team. And I said, you know what? I'm going to make you a character. There's also a Dave Ratz, R-A-T-Z in that. He's the promotions manager for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. And pretty much any FBI characters I've used in the Dirty Deeds books, in that 12-book series, is based on, the name is somebody who worked for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. So there's Roger is, I think he was the first one I used. He was the play-by-play before Scott was there. So those characters I like adding. There's also a hit woman in the Dirty Deeds series that has been used several times, Renee. She is a big, beautiful woman, a BBW. And she's in Bad People Doing Bad Things, which is actually the first time I ever wrote the character. But that book was being written over 4 or 5 years. So by the time, I love the character when I added her to that book. So I put her in the Dirty Deeds books, as well as a love interest of James Gaffney. So, yeah, there's a lot of characters that I enjoy writing, and I keep adding to the next book and the next book. Very rarely these days am I writing a book where there's not at least a cameo of somebody in it. So, great question, Peter, as usual. Come on, people, throw me some good questions. I like answering questions. I need to keep walking, and I need to lose weight. And you also need to check out my YouTube and my Patreon as well. All right, I'm out of breath.